Hello and welcome to the first of a series of short interviews presented to you by the World DAC Association. My name is Danny Gouch and I'm the Director General. These interviews are created with the intention to provide brief insights into what current challenges within different fields of education exist and what potential solutions might look like. In today's session, we would like to take a closer look at green energies, and I'm being joined by Mr. Michael Dietrich, CEO of LeXsolar in Dresden. Michael is one of the co-founders of LeXsolar GmbH, which is a small yet highly innovative company from Saxony, Germany, providing solutions in the field of renewable energy. And he can fall back on countless years of experience and is well networked in the field of renewable energy globally. Welcome, Michael.
Thank you, Danny, for the nice introduction and the warm welcome. I'm happy to be there today and take a part of your series of season.
Well, Michael, let's jump into the first question. Think and Act Green is on everybody's agenda for several years now, and developments show that technology is at the root of most endeavors to fulfill the requirements for sustainability. Firstly, what priority should sustainable technology receive in today's education environment? And what would you say are the greatest challenges in imparting the knowledge behind green energies?
With regarding the challenges of imparting knowledge in the field of green energies and sustainable technologies, to your question about which priority we need to give these topics in education, the answer is simple: the highest priority. Green and sustainable technology are not a nice-to-have topic. It's a highly essential topic from primary school up to technicians level in the TV sector. With the correct approach, a link to many different subjects at school levels and also way of engineering topics in TVET can be established and ensure openness of the workforce of tomorrow. I personally believe that it's time to think about establishing an independent and regular subjects for green and sustainable technologies and incorporate this in activities within the schools.
Thank you, Michael. Next question would be, how important is it to keep up with technological advancement? Or can one say that every development builds up on the former, so that it's simple to keep up?
Well, we believe green technology courses should have a step-by-step approach which is dependent on the level of pre-knowledge, but also the age of the learner. Some topics can easily build up a bridge to standard topics or other subjects. For example, physics, chemistry, or electrotechnic. But of course, green energy is a multifaceted subject, and it's therefore very important to keep consistency throughout the learning phase. This brings me back to my first answer. Green energies and sustainable topics are interdisciplinary. The learner knowledge increases with each year and will bring back them to new levels of finding, and with new levels, new questions with the new must pounder up. Not only about technology, but also the capability to analyze the pro and contra of using different technologies. As a German-based company, we probably have a stronger focus in the technology field, which are based on hard facts and less on soft facts. But we leave it up to the teacher to incorporate into their own lessons. Of course, we need to observe new technology and developments or issue on a yearly basis and identify whether it makes sense to add new things or not. We want to add everything to make it learning too much complex. And we don't want to forget the poor teacher who have more than enough on their own plates. Our job it is to provide learning solution which can be easily adopted, capabilities of the teacher and the learner.
Thank you, Michael. Question number 3. Do you believe that the United Nations SDGs will further influence and drive the necessity for a skilled workforce in the field of green energies?
Of course, that is a very important influence. The fact that the United Nations have integrated green energies and education as a major goal underlines the importance to humanity development. We believe these two mega topics to be so important that we have incorporated them with our product range. Also, why it's very important to keep in mind that every country has to set it and own priorities also in the curricular design. The UN goals also implicate another very important fact. Irrespective of new technologies, green energy is also a very powerful goal to create new jobs and new perspectives for labor worldwide. To give you a short example, at the moment we have more or less 12 million jobs in new energies worldwide. The number of jobs will grow almost 3 times more in the next 10 years, up to 30 million jobs globally. And we're not only talking about jobs in the typical manufacturing countries like China or Germany. No, we're talking about jobs in the countries where green energies are in use, along the complete life cycle of product range, like product design, maintenance, and so on. This is perhaps, no, this is sure, why we at LeXsolar are so much enthusiastic for our products. We know we have good solution to help the workforce of tomorrow become ready today. I wouldn't say that we play a core role in making the green energy revolution, but we definitely play an essential role in building an understanding of green energy revolution, to take a pride in seeing every new graduate coming out of an institution being ready for the future.
That's quite inspiring. Thank you very much. That's question number 4. World is currently launching an online platform called EduSpace, where individuals can access quality online learning content based on professional requirements. What are your thoughts on this?
I see EduSpace to be a good instrument in making information available to everyone globally. Knowing that World Association always keep a strong focus on quality and sustainability, and at the same time observing neutrality, I'm sure that those what want to further develop themselves will surely find what they are looking for.
Thank you, Michael.
Danny, but I have a counter question to you. What would you say are the main aspects behind the EduSpace platform when taking into consideration that many solution providers already have their proprietary platform?
Well, Michael, that's actually quite a good question, which I've had to ask myself already many times during the conception phase. It is WorldDidact's intention to provide a neutral and hopefully someday all-encompassing platform for containing digital content for individual learning. There are so many good e-learning providers out there, and finding them isn't always easy. But even if one is successful, most of those providers will only make their products available for institutions. The main reason for this is the user management side. Product conception, development, and creation is already quite extensive and make up for most of the product sales price. But in order to showcase their product, they of course have to create or use a platform, and with this comes the aforementioned user management, which increases the complexity and therefore also the price per user. Of course, I believe the success of the EduSpace lies completely elsewhere. The idea behind EduSpace is to provide quality-checked content from multiple solution providers so that users can choose what is right for them, all from the same platform. There are many more advantages which I'd love to tell you about, Michael, but I don't want to digress any further and would like to come back to the important topic of sustainability and green energy again. So for my final question, I'd like to touch the all-present topic of COVID-19. Do you see this pandemic to be a catalyst for digital learning? And where would you see the challenges in conjunction with vocation, education, learning, which typically requires hands-on training?
Well, that's a good question, especially when addressed to a solution provider like us, who tries to create efficient learning scenarios. Personally, I believe that the COVID-19 pandemic has especially opened doors for meetings, webinars, and trainings per online tours. For sure, I don't see a competition for hands-on experiments. It is not possible to replace the look and feel and trial and error education with digital solutions. Digital learning solution can be considered as a part of a toolbox which facilitates the interaction between students and teachers or trainers. Perhaps the possibility of homeschooling will push hands-on experience products which are cost efficient and easy to use, independent of the place of training. Coming back to your questions, I will talk about an example with my own son in the last 12 months. With simple words, I can tell you, I'm not a good teacher. I have not the right talent to educate students, and it is really a hard challenge. Bring all the stuff online, what we have normally in a face-to-face meeting in the schools. But special thanks to the mother of my boy. Her talents help to fill up the gap between face-to-face and the online meetings. I think I can tell you, all of us were really happy when my boy will be back to school. COVID-19 show us being a teacher or a professor is a profession, is a form of art for forming young people and giving them necessary basic for the future world. That is not a job for algorithm. That is a job for people.
Thank you very much, Michael. Very wise words. I'd like to summarize my takeaways from today's sessions as follows. You emphasize the importance of establishing green and sustainable technologies as an individual subject in schools. Green energy is multidisciplinary, and this must be taken into consideration when developing a national curriculum, and it is important to focus on a consistent and step-by-step approach. The need for motivated and skilled laborers will increase strongly before the end of this decade. And lastly, in your opinion, digital will not replace hands-on. Michael, I'd like to thank you very much for your time and providing us with your views and insights.
Thank you very much, Danny. I was very happy to join this meeting, and I hope we see us soon, then not in an online way, then in a real way, to have a really face-to-face meeting, because I believe that is also much better than only see virtual. Thank you very much and see you soon.
And of course, I look forward to further conversations with you in the future as well. Now to you, dear viewers. As we do our best to keep these sessions within a 10 to 15 minutes time frame, we can't ask all the questions we'd like to, but we strongly encourage you to feel free to contact us, whether it be via email, phone, or at one of our events throughout the year. This is Michael Dietrich from LeXsolar and myself, Danny Gouch from World.ac, signing off and saying, thank you for your attention.